right, I am back. It is time to talk about more chess, analogies, and illustrations. I've been wanting to talk about this one for a while because there's a lot of things going on in my community, the world abroad, that I think there needs to be a little bit of clarity in terms of the choices we make. And I talked about this one in the last one, but I want to expound on it a little bit more deeper, which is our choices. And again, this all goes to Model 6. Mother and father, 2 grandmas, 2 grandpas. 6 human beings built around you before you even got here. They are to teach and nurture us before we even got here. The plus, brothers, sisters, aunties, uncles, nieces, nephews. We have a whole support base put on this planet in place before we're ever even born. Somehow it's getting lost. There's so much homelessness and suicide. I'm going to talk about that every time because those are the 2 topics that really bug me. The world abroad. And we have to, as humanity, we have to figure out how to curb that. We have to. It's just the right thing to do. In talking about this, what I want to talk about is with some of the choices that we make, there's what's called a point of no return. Not a lot of people believe in that, and we need more believers in that because there are just certain decisions we can make that can change the whole complexity of our lives, our family lives, other people. Here, let's just go straight to it. You kill someone. You can't take that back. And because you can't take it back and give back that loved one to that family, you cross the line that you're going to have to answer to that in this life and in the next life, even if you believe in the next life. And I definitely want to do more conversations concerning that because there's a lot of conversation there. I won't go down that road on this one, but here, let's just stay on planet Earth here for a moment. So, let's talk about paying for it here in this life. You kill someone, you rape someone, things of this nature, you can't go back. And the authorities are going to come for you. It is what it is. So when they come for you, you know good and doggone well you're going to have to pay for a very long time to your whole life. Alright, so again, I started this special episodes, chess analogies and illustrations. How does that relate to the chessboard? Well, you got your king on this side, your king on this side. Now, we're in an in-game situation. A lot of games go there. And when that happens, and I'm just using this to keep things simple, there's very few pieces to none on the chessboard in a lot of end games. In this particular scenario, you've got one king and another king. But the black king managed to maintain one rook. Now, this is just like the inevitable checkmate, but this is a different scenario. And as I said in the last episode, there are a million ways of getting checkmated. But I wanted to illustrate this one because this king cannot go past this line. Again, in the last episodes, I explained rooks control straight lines. Alright, straight lines. Bam. Okay, so this king cannot step into check. It also can't come in within one square of another king. Because the king controls 1, 2, 3 squares in front of it. So even if this rook wasn't here, it couldn't step here, it couldn't step here, it couldn't step here. There's always one square between kings. But in this in-game situation, this rook controls this whole rank. Now, point of no return. This king is trying to run somewhere, but what happens is the rook puts him in check. As I said before, the king cannot step here, here, here. So where's it gonna go now that it's in check in this whole rank? It has to step back. Alright? The inevitable is coming, because now that it's stepped back, this is the point of no return. It can't come across. So what happens? The king steps forward to close in on it. But like somebody who's committed a murder, they're on the run. You can run, but you can't hide. It's going to try to chase the rook to stop it from doing that. King's going to chase. King's going to try to capture. King, next move is to try to capture this rook. The rook just simply goes to the other end. Alright. When that happens, rook goes to the other end. The king doesn't want to step back this way. I'll show you why in 1 second. It's going to want to step this way. King moves. It doesn't want to go back because it wants to run as long as it can. Bad guys always doing stuff, run over to their cousin's house, their nephew's, auntie's house, and they're trying to hide. And they successfully hide for months on end sometime. But the authorities are still coming. It's still coming here. So what does he do? He has to start running back. But what happens now? Because the rook owns that whole one. Bam. Now what? That king cannot step forward once again because it can't come here, it can't come here, and it can't come here. There's always one square between kings. So you're running from the cops. But the day you're going to get caught is closing in. So guess what? Gotta step back somewhere. Doesn't matter whether you step back here, here, here. The inevitable is coming. But he steps back here because he's going to try to chase down the rook there. So what happens? King comes forward. King is going to try to chase down the rook. And bam, what did we do in the last exercise? You can run but you can't hide. Rook just simply comes to the other end. He doesn't want to step here because if he steps there, the inevitable is going to happen sooner. He's going to try to run and hide for another month. Alright? You can run but you can't hide. You only got 1 day left. And today is that day. Bam. Checkmate. You can run but you can't hide. We have to make really good choices. The chessboard teaches that. But we have to pay attention to the certain lessons that it teaches. It doesn't teach us every single thing about life. It teaches us a lot about life, but not every single thing. And the Botez sisters had mentioned, they don't really like these type analogies and illustrations. And I get it why they don't, because, again, one could get carried away with it. But let's take what we can learn, is my point of bringing this up. And you hear a lot of people that can play chess make inferences to life as it relates onto the chessboard. So that's all this is. And in little itty bitty pieces, in little chunks, I want to show people who don't know how to play. This is not for people that know how to play. This is for people who don't know how to play, to learn how to play chess in itty bitty chunks as I show illustrations of how chess works in relation to life. You'll end up picking up the game with the way I show how it works. We want to stay away from the point of no return. That's the whole point of this particular lesson. We got more lessons coming up, so stay tuned.